me together. What's up, Telegram? Your boy 2 times, and I'm back with another boxing session. And today we talking about Tevin Farmer and Floyd Schofield. I ain't finna be here for long with this video because I feel like this is y'all gonna be Floyd Schofield gonna win. But I'm tell y'all right now, put some money on Tevin Farmer to beat Floyd Schofield. I'll tell you right now, Floyd Schofield, yes, he's with Golden Boy Promotions. We understand that. Who else is with Golden Boy Promotions? Williams and Zepeda. Now listen. These last two fights, Williams and Zepeda, Tevin Farmer. To me, Tevin Farmer damn near won. I'm going to take that back. Those fights could have both been draws. How about that? Tevin Farmer almost wasn't even... Tevin Farmer had an injury in the second one. He was fighting messed up. And he still was able to go 12 with Zepeda. He dropped him. And that was the first one. He dropped him. Come on. He dropped Zepeda. The fight was worried. Those were two good fights to the point that where Zepeda had to get his get back against Farmer so he could feel. That's why I know a true fighter when I see one. When they have a tough fight and they want to go right back in the fight with that same guy because they got to prove to themselves that they can beat that guy. Then they'll move. Turn the page to the next fighter. Now, let's talk about Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin. He was supposed to fight Shakur. He didn't fight Shakur. Shakur was a good fight for him to me because I wasn't worried about Shakur knocking him out. Him and Tevin Farmer, I'm kind of worried that he get dropped a couple times. He might get dropped by Tevin Farmer at least once. He probably get knocked out. He could get knocked out by Tevin Farmer. He's a black slick fighter. He haven't fought that yet, really. And Tevin Farmer is probably 2 or 3 notches too far for Kid Schofield. I would have turned them just one notch up. Maybe get him in there with somebody like a Noakes. You know, somebody a little bit greener than Tevin, not green. I would even get but look, this is the perfect fight for Kid Schofield because if he's to beat Tevin Farmer, Shakur is to beat Williams and Zepeda. Guess who Kid Schofield had to fight next? He got to fight Paulie Zepeda, or they would be trying to match him and Shakur up again anyway. You see what I'm saying? So honestly, this is a real good fight. But I just kind of feel like the experience and look, Tevin Farmer don't look like he done got better than he was in the past. 10 years ago, 7 years ago, Tevin Farmer was a solid contender at 135. You see what I'm saying? Now, he done lost a couple fights, but I feel like his record don't really reflect the type of fighter he is. Now, don't get me wrong. Tevin Farmer got a nice little pop. I don't really feel like Zepeda is elite either, though. You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going with this? I don't feel like Zepeda is all that good. Zepeda is. I got Shakur beating Zepeda. The only way Shakur owns a piece of Zepeda is if his hands just fail. But other than that, Shakur beats the hell out of Zepeda. So, with that being said, how good is Tevin Farmer? You see what I'm saying? But I just know that I don't think that Floyd Schofield is going to fight to the level that Zepeda fought at against Tevin Farmer, which is why I feel like Tevin Farmer is going to edge it out versus Kid Schofield. I do feel like Senior be kind of walking him into the wrong fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like this was a good fight for Floyd right now. I feel like Floyd needs some seasoning. Floyd needs a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, growth before he jumps into that fight. He just got dropped to Renee, and then he was going to fight Shakur. That fight got called off. Outpriced himself against Abdullah Mason, and now he's fighting Kid Schofield. He's fighting Tevin Farmer in, what, a 4 or 5 week turnaround of a training camp? I don't know. I feel like, first of all, Kid Schofield cannot afford a loss right now. This will be very bad for Kid Schofield. If Kid Schofield loses, this loss will be kind of bad for Kid Schofield. It will be very bad. It's pretty much starting over. It's just kind of like Keyshawn. Like, we don't really know what Keyshawn gonna do next. Is Keyshawn gonna come out and he gonna start ahead of the next fight? Who he gonna fight with no belt? He get lost his belt to the contender. Now I do feel like Keyshawn stock made a little bit with his whole antics that weekend. Everybody like, who the hell is Keyshawn Davis? Nobody really knew Keyshawn Davis, but after that fight, that got everybody knowing him. But I feel like he kind of dropped the ball. He should have had an interview and talked about it. Now he's going back into nobody really care about it no more. So, he did gain, I think, a little notoriety from his whole little stunt that weekend, but boxing fans not gonna really trust him no more. So how do he come out in his next fight with no title? Do he headline main event the fight? Who he gonna fight? You know what I'm saying? Or is he gonna go straight into another title fight? Go fight Raymond Muay. Who you gonna fight? You ain't fighting Shakur. Who you gonna fight? The belt is vacant at 135. It's gonna be Abdullah versus Sam Noakes for that belt. Tank ain't finna fight you. Why would he fight you now? You lost your belt. You should at least had your belt. You had a little bit of bargaining shit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, honestly, I don't think he's trying to be calling out Tank. He gonna get his ass knocked out. He's trying to run that fight with Tank. He was already scared to go and fight De La Santos. You ain't gonna tell me if y'all go, if my people know. Go my old videos. I told y'all, like, don't be surprised if this Shakur versus De La Santos fight never happens. Don't be surprised because Keyshawn is the loudest one in the room, and the loudest one in the room is usually not who they say they is. Keyshawn, maybe he says this shit because he's trying to make himself believe it, but nah, I told you, De La Santos is a name. Everybody gonna go crazy when they say he fighting De La Santos, and then what he gonna do? De La Santos gonna either pull out the fight because he can't make the weight in the required time. Because you only gave him 6-7 weeks to train. 6 weeks, really 5 weeks, because the 6 week you flew out to New York for the final press conference. You're not really training that week like you was training those other weeks. So it's all weight pretty much for De Los Santos getting off in a 2-year layoff, coming off of blood clot injuries. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, he had a lot going against him in that fight, and he almost took the fight. De Los Santos agreed to the fight. His manager said, "Nah, we ain't gonna take the fight, and ain't gonna still get paid for the fight." Which I feel like it should be like that, because I'm tired of fighters coming in off of weight, use that as an excuse. I lost my fight, weight. You lost your bet on scale. You should lose your bet on the scale if you playing around in boxing. This is boxing. You need to be at 135. You need to be at 140. You need to be at your required weight. All that, I was weak at the weight. Don't fight at the weight. I'm tired of hearing. And then y'all, it's really only the casuals who give these fighters leeway for the weight shit. Like, it's the casuals saying Tank drank Ryan Garcia, bro. Tank did not drink Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has been fighting at 135. Why all of a sudden you can't fight at 135 when you win the biggest fight of your life against Tank? You don't want to put the belt up on the line because you don't want to try to make the weight. Shit like that. Like, it's a lot of stuff y'all don't know, but y'all just run with one thing and y'all run with it. Rehydration clause has been in boxing for forever, bro. It's just how it goes. If you're a 135 fighter, you fight at 135. If you're a 140 fighter, you fight at 140. If you're 130, you fight at 130. I'm tired of y'all saying, I can't weight 135. Well, then don't fight at 135. Don't have a contract with a fighter at 135 if you know you can't make 135. You got to go to 140. Don't sit and be like, I can make 135, but the rehydration clause, if I can't be over 149, then what? No, that's not how it go, bro. The weight limit is 135. It's a rehydration till 145. Then that's what it is. That's what you gotta abide by, and you gotta go and fight in that. Don't fight at 135 if you feel comfortable only fighting at 152. You need to be fighting at 40. Well, you can go up in the ring 150, 152, 150, whatever. Because a lot of fights you don't have rehydration clause, but the IBF title. If anybody didn't know that, if you have the IBF title, it's if you fighting a mandatory fighter or you fighting somebody to challenge you for your belt, you have to have a rehydration clause for that title. Now, if you got more than one belt, it doesn't matter because they regulations go in with it and all that. But y'all need to do more research. I'm tired of y'all trying to give fighters an excuse to be lazy. Boxing, the first and I don't want to like talk about mental health and stuff, but that's the first thing that's the first battle in boxing. The weight, the mentality of the weight, getting the weight off. Can you do it? And that's the hardest shit because these fighters, they in there training this whole time at 154 or 152, and then bam, they gotta drop this weight in the last week just to get down to 135, and then like, damn, I'm 17, I'm 20 pounds off, I'm 147, I'm 20 pounds, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things you can do to make weight in a week. Trust me, it's a lot of shit fighters do to make weight. You make the weight, you do that, and then you move on. Rehydrate up to what you can rehydrate up to. You might not be able to get back to 152. You might be able to get to 146, 150. You might be able to get past 152. It is what it is, but do the work to make the weight first. Is all I'm saying. Now, I don't think we're gonna have that type of problem with Floyd Schofield and Kid Ox. I think both of them gonna come on weight. If not, I understand this fight was announced for what 4 or 5, not even 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, if that. So if these guys was not come on way, I can get that. I get that. You got to get prepared for the fight. I get that. But Keyshawn just fighting in February 14th, missing his weight. What was that? Early June. He was supposed to fight June 7th. You already off that far off weight when you can't make the weight. You just won your title on Valentine's Day. So why the hell you ain't stay in shape to you can go your first fight of defense against the biggest fighter of your name to really traject your career? If he had to beat De Los Santos, he would have really been him at 135. Tank would have them that had to fight him, but you messed that up. What he wanted to do is he wanted to get the cloud of De Los Santos' name, and then either De Los Santos pull out the fight and he fight it. Nobody be like, it wasn't my fault he didn't fight me. That's what I feel like Keyshawn was going with. Or he was hoping that De Los Santos was going to be drained as hell coming in at 135 and he was just going to be able to beat him. But he was already pretty much seeing him at the press conference. He's like, damn, he on weight and shit. That was his excuse. Because 4 pounds over, bro, you didn't even try. You could have got them 4 pounds off. That morning, you could have woke up and you could have called the man up. Hey, I need to get these fucking 7 pounds off. You could have got that shit off. The day before that, at the press conference when you was talking shit to Abdullah, you could have got the weight off. But of course, he's quiet now. The loudest one in the room, always the quietest one in the room when he gets shut the fuck up. And that's what happened with Keyshawn. I digress. We talking about Floyd Schofield and Kid Austin. Put your money on. Floyd Schofield and Tevin Farmer. Put your money on Tevin Farmer. I'm telling y'all right now, that's gonna be a solid fight. I could definitely see that fight going to draw. I can see that fight going to draw. I can see Tevin dropping Floyd. I can see it going like that. I can see like Tevin dropping Floyd maybe twice and it being a draw, or Tevin actually beating Floyd Schofield. I can honestly see that happening. Not to say I can't see Floyd Schofield winning for y'all Floyd Schofield fans, but I just honestly see that fight going in Tevin's way. If Tevin is due for a win, he's due for a major win, bro. Zepeda, he's supposed to win one of them. I feel like Kid Schofield is not on Zepeda level yet. Zepeda ain't that good either to me, but I feel like Kid Schofield ain't reached the level to be fighting as a William Zepeda. Is all I'm saying. We will find out on Saturday, because if Kid Schofield go ahead and if he beats Tevin Farmer probably done. If he beat Tevin Farmer, we want to see him fight Zepeda, because Zepeda gonna lose to Shakur, and then we want to see Floyd Schofield and Shakur. We still want to see that. And then if he beat both of them anyway, I feel like he might have a good chance of even really messing with Shakur. Not to say he will beat Shakur, but I think it'll be a way better fight going through these two guys first before he gets to Shakur. Way better fight. And he might be able to hurt Shakur. If he can hurt Shakur, he can stop. He can stop. If he can hurt his hands, he can stop him. I feel like Shakur just trying to hurry up and get that big fight while his hands is still. He can still do anything with his hands. But hey, I just think Tevin is just too slick for Floyd. I think Floyd is just too one dimensional. He just gonna keep on. He can box a little bit, but I mean, I feel like when he get hit by Tevin gonna be able to put the brakes on him. He gonna be able to stop him. I think he gonna be able to stop him with that right hand. I think he gonna hit him. Bah! He gonna be catching him. Bah! He gonna be catching Floyd. Floyd gonna feel that shit. And I feel like his pops walked him into the wrong fight. He should have picked. He should have dialed the notch down a little bit too much. That was a little bit too far. Now it was okay with Shakur, because Shakur is no risk of getting knocked out. Now with Tevin, he's slick and he can dare to knock your ass out, and he real awkward as far as you know what I'm saying. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy 2 times. Who y'all got on this fight? I need to know who y'all got on this fight. Y'all think, if y'all really think Floyd gonna pull it off, I can understand why you think that. It's a 50-50 fight to me, honestly. It's a really 50-50 fight to me. So if Floyd pull it off, I want Floyd to pull it off, because I don't want they can't afford a loss. But I know Tevin Farmer is due for a win. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy 2 times. Tell him, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.